Rebel with a Cause. Mark Twain's Hidden Memoirs. Aftword. A Farewell to Arms, 1910. All are gone but Clara and her child, who will be born a few months hence. Clara doesn't know that I know that. What will become of that one, my grandchild? Will it be a boy, or of the sweeter variety of child? I wish him or her the best, but I will not live to see it be born and grow up. I know that. It is time for me to go. I do not want to see my grandchild, only to have to leave it so soon after becoming acquainted. I will take my leave before then. So now this abridged and totally honest autobiography, including my egotistical pride in my works and what they have accomplished, is my true swan song. I am, in effect, hammering the last nail into my own coffin as I pen these last words. What have I accomplished in this life that I have been caused to live as a result of these many odd twists and curious coincidences and serendipitous circumstances and surprises? I instructed, I preached, I reasoned and debated. I yelled until I was hoarse. I wrote until my fingers betrayed their office and cramped up on me. I undermined shams and follies and exposed frauds and blatherskites with humor. For against the assault of laughter, nothing can stand. I wrote my humorous books to this end, not simply to be funny, but as a means to an end, to instruct and to guide in an effort to change laws and customs and reform men. Everything I have ever written has had a serious philosophy or truth as its basis. I would not write a humorous work merely to be funny. Humor must not professedly teach, and it must not professedly preach, but it must do both if it would live forever. Yes, there was, after all, a method to my madness. To cite a few examples, The Gilded Age was my warning against the excesses of greedy commerce. Both Innocents Abroad and Connecticut Yankee were my anthems, castigating aristocracy and phony, hypocritical religionists. Even The Prince and the Pauper had an anti-aristocracy and royalty message back of it. Huck Finn was my plea to pacify the pathetic policies of the rampaging political machine, specifically and most especially the dishonest, unjust, and rank policies of post-Reconstruction, the so-called Jim Crow laws. But perhaps I was too subtle. Not everybody understood the point behind those works or the allegories I injected, or perhaps buried within them. In my final years I ended what subtlety existed in works of those kind and directly attacked evil where I saw it, with no attempt made to package those diatribes in humorous wrappers. Some of these essays have been printed already. Others await my death and Clara's before they can be printed without harm to me or mine. If after these bitter assaults are published I lose my place in the public's heart, so be it. If a muzzle is the price of remaining admired and beloved, then all right, I'll remove the muzzle and go to hell. In the eyes of a portion of the public, that is. Still, I did what I could. I tried to reform the damned human race and its pathetic ways. I've been an artist in morals and ink, and an apostle of truth. Was it all in vain? Mankind does not seem to have reformed or improved in any perceptible way. It is not worthwhile to try to keep history from repeating itself, for man's character will always make the prevention of the repetitions impossible. Man is a reasoning animal, such is the claim. I think it is open to dispute. But then again, when we remember that we are all mad, the mysteries disappear and life stands explained. Well, not all of us are mad. Sometimes I feel like the only sane person in a community of the mad. Many have examined man in every age of the world and have perceived that a civilization not proper matter for derision has always been and must always remain impossible to him. In religion and politics, people's beliefs and convictions are in almost every case gotten at second hand and without examination from authorities who have not themselves examined the questions at issue, but have taken them at second hand from other non-examiners, whose opinions about them were not worth a brass farthing. We all do no end of feeling, and we mistake it for thinking, and out of it we get an aggregation which we consider a boon. Its name is public opinion. It is held in reverence. It settles everything. Some think it is the voice of God. Against all such superstitions I did what I could. Let it go. Late last year, I wrote The Turning Point of My Life and published it a couple of months ago. I therein traced the various happenstances and random events and decisions and situations that made me who I was and made my life what it turned out to be. This, my last document, tells it over again on an expanded plan. Ultimately, what is most important to me is the answer to these questions. Was I a good son, brother, husband, father, friend? The rest, by comparison, is mere embroidery, gingerbread, bric-a-brac. My life has come full circle. It began with Halley's Comet scoring a path through the heavens, followed by a series of deaths of family members. I am concluding my life with a similar series of deaths of family members and dear friends. And last night I noticed that Halley's Comet was visible in the sky for the first time since my birth. I will give this manuscript to Katie with instructions on where to hide it, in order to not tell of its existence or whereabouts during her lifetime. If anyone should thereafter find it, let any proceeds that accrue from it go to my grandchild or grandchildren. It is done. It is accomplished. I came in with Halley's Comet, and I shall go out with it too. I will. I will it so.